What qualities, experience, or position on specific issues are you looking for in a new superintendent?
Leadership. Like I said before, I want to see a leader there. I want to see a B team. I want to see an A team. And the things I'm looking for: honesty, transparency, integrity. I want somebody in there who's an innovative person who can push our cluster, push all of APS to a whole nother level.
I definitely want honesty and transparency in a superintendent. I also think it's very important that we find a leader that's capable of hiring the quality people that we need in C&I and HR and IT, and that they work together and not in silos as they have in the past. We need someone that understands that APS is not a one-size-fits-all plan. It most certainly is not. And I do think, and I agree, that we need to decentralize.
And do you have other thoughts on decentralization and distribution of authority to the school?
But if we truly want to service our kids the way we say we do, we have got to give our principals more autonomy. We have some really great principals, and unfortunately, with everything that's gone on, we have, the bad ones seem to rise to the top of the news, but we actually have the best principals sitting right here in the front row. So.
Absolutely. That's a no-brainer to me. Every principal should be in a position where they can hire the quality staff to meet the needs of their particular school. They know their students, they know their student body, and this is one of my biggest, platforms is the community building part of a school that makes that school great.
What's your position on the maximum class size issue, and how would you reallocate resources to address the issue if you think there's a problem?
I do think there's a problem. I think we need to at least have the state maximum class size go low, not above, because we need to give every student that opportunity to learn. We need to have every student. One of my biggest things in studying small class sizes is how the student learns and the gap that it bridges between the ethnic gap and the socioeconomic gap.
Actually, as we went through the budget cycle this spring, that came up, and I actually voted against increasing class sizes or supporting a waiver. I think the state puts a max on class size for a reason. I don't think that with a 51% graduation rate, even our most effective teachers can be more effective with less kids in the classroom. And I think it's unfair to those schools that don't, to both kinds of schools that get Title I that are expected to use that money to buy teachers, and schools that don't get Title I. If class sizes were lower, all schools would have less kids in the class, and it would be effective for everyone. So I adamantly oppose it, and I was very vocal and questioned the superintendent on why, we have to, why the state says that. And the answer was because that should be the max, so I think that should help us.
Is the budgeting system broken? And if so, how would you fix it?
The budgeting system is very broken. This year, for example, it happened in a very compressed time period. We were getting very little information, and it was like a push and pull. Going forward, we need to, number one, let the administration know what the board believes the class size should be, because so much of what the budget is based on is the class size, and that was just the game we played all spring.
Yes, the budgeting system is broken. Like I said, money's going unreported, and no one's being held accountable. We need transparency. We need to see where all of our money is going down to a penny. Because if we don't have this, we can't fix the budget when we don't know where the money's being spent.
You'll each have 2 minutes for a closing statement. Ms. Bowman, you're first.
I want to serve you, but I really want to serve you as the district 4 seat, because I know what we need in this area, and I can accomplish that. I'm able to reinforce my financial responsibility, able to carve 30 hours every week above and beyond what's called for to be a board member, to serve my community, and to get done what we need to get done. I have no conflict of interest.
Thank you for being here this evening, and thank you for your support over the last 4 years. As I reflect over those years, I'm proud to say that I have served you with integrity and transparency. I've listened when called upon, answered when asked, and advocated when needed. The students of District 4 have always come first, and my commitment to my community has never wavered. If we reflect on the big picture for a moment, my tenure started with one of the largest cheating scandals in U.S. history. It was followed by the resignation of the superintendent, the search for a superintendent, and the hiring of an interim superintendent. There was a reinstatement of accreditation, replacement of principals and teachers, and due to cheating and the loss of senior cabinet members. All of this occurred in the midst of a recession with lower property values and decreased tax digest. It's fair to say this was more than the perfect storm. But as I continue to reflect, I believe, and I can say with confidence, that I weathered that storm, and I grew stronger and I worked harder in this crisis.